You're welcome to the nightly strange.
It's not.
Yeah, man. Shout out Wesley Hype, man. Shout out Wesley Hype, man. Oh man.
Welcome to the Nightly Strange. My name is D. I'm your host, D Macuno.
We with Dyrect, man.
Yes, in the building.
You know
Kids
what
County, Dyrect.
Dyrect, man. The Y replaces the I. You know what it is.
How you doing tonight, man?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. We just got done golfing.
Yeah, you said that. You said that we were setting this up. You're like, I gotta go golfing. How long you been golfing?
I've been golfing for about 2.5 years. You know, golf is it's a really expensive sport to play. A lot of cats don't know. You got to pay like $100 every time you go out there to play. A lot of times, but you know, you can find certain courses where you can pay, you know, maybe 75, 80, depending on your cart. But golf is one of the longest life extension sports. A lot of people don't know that. For me, I'm interested in black health and longevity. So if your life expectancy is 80 and you golf, you'll live to be 94.
Yeah, most black folks, we don't live past like 60.
Yeah, we don't live that long. A lot of us ain't got our grandparents, and especially, you know, being really from Bremerton. You know what I'm saying? Like we lived in Bremerton. Our life is the shit, man. It's living to be 35. you know what I'm saying? You know, besides that, man,
drug epidemic out here just rocked us. Like,
it's
crazy.
It's like we live in Iraq or something, bro. Like, it hurts my heart to see what's going on in Bremerton for those that are really from Bremerton and really grew up in Bremerton.
So you're not in Bremerton right now anymore, though, correct?
Nah, I went to college. You know, for me, a lot of cats try to be hood. A lot of cats try to act like they're hood.
Yeah.
I grew up like Menace Society. And, you know, that's not bragging to nobody. Had a little kid, was on the porch, and all the homies is drinking in 40s. I really grew up like that. Monroe Street, where we couldn't get people don't notice back in the 90s, we couldn't get a pizza in our neighborhood, bro. They wouldn't deliver a pizza to us. The outside of West Park, you had to go to the corner store to get a pizza. So
you stayed in West Park then?
Monroe Street, it was a trailer park outside of West Park, and then later on in like 93, 94, 95, before cats that, you know, a lot of cats that said they're from West Park, we was in West Park where you couldn't come to you know where Denny's was, across where Denny's was, by the Chevron, you couldn't go over there. That was Occasionville. You couldn't go over there. Like, if you
overreacts then.
Yeah, back then it was, you couldn't go over there. About before Maceo died. Anybody don't know D-Lo about where Maceo died? That was like 94, 95. Then after that, you could come to West Park. So there's a lot of cats like, oh, we're from West Park. Like, you're from post West Park, and there's no disrespect. A lot of people got there 97, 98, 99, but when it was
West Park was around, man. I remember when they got the police station over there. My mom was like, yo, this neighborhood's so bad out here. They have police.
Yeah, they had to put the police station right there. So it's not disrespecting nobody. I'm just saying there was two different, you know, after gentrification, a lot of areas is, you could go there now, but back in the day, you couldn't even go to that area. So that's where I'm really from. I'm from the West Park. I'm from West Bremerton. You know, back in the day, there was a line to kind of draw on. You from West side, from East side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There was you couldn't get caught on the West if you were from East. It was as a little sticky.
It was kind of, I'm from East Bremerton. You know what I'm saying? So like I got it, but I remember I rode my bike one time to West Bremerton with my brother, and he decided to take us all the way from Pine down to the Burnett Bridge. You know what I'm saying? And the girl we went to go visit, she lived behind the college.
Now that area was cool. You can go to West Bremerton, but if you would have took your ass past that Manette and went to that West Park, they would have been like, "Where are you from?" Cuz you know what I'm saying. It was just a little bit different. Just like with us, I'm not dissing nobody. Just like there was a blood presence in East Bremerton, right? That like when we went a little deeper in East Bremerton. I remember one time, me and Fred Dees, he's a local artist. We went to East Bremerton, and the Bloods pulled up on us like, where y'all from? You know what I'm saying? Where y'all from? Bremerton was like that. People just don't, a lot of people that aren't from Brim don't know it was really like that. You know what I'm saying?
Fred Dees, man. He sent me a friend request. Shout out to Fred Dees.
Yeah, he's one of them ones.
I liked his music. You know what I'm saying? Like he made one album. I remember he made like a cassette. He put skits in there and stuff. I was like, this is dope. And then I never heard anything from him again.
Yeah, man. I always told him that, man. Fred Dees, he's one of those dudes that, you know, he had a love for the music, but he never really wanted to be like out with the music. He didn't really. That's why the nigga, he don't give a fuck about no lists. He don't give a fuck about none of that. Fred is one of those dudes. Not trying to take him credit for his genius, but I remember we was like 12 years old, and I was like, bro, 12, 13. We was 13, and I was like, bro, you have a talent for this music, bro. Like you should rap, because I was like rapping since I was 8. You know what I'm saying? Like 8 years old, 9 years old, 9 years old rapping pen. I've hit my first studio with Young Chill, Blue Jacket. They took me to the studio when I was 13 or 12, like my first time in the studio. And I remember.
What studio did you go to?
Chill took us to Seattle. Chill was making major moves. Chill's from Bremerton. Young Chilly, man, he was doing major stuff. He was out there knowing all the Hoovers, S-Loke, all them. So he took us to Seattle. I remember we had to hop on the ferry. Silky was there, a couple of cats. I was 13, and Boom looks at me and he goes, he told me before I went, like, cuz, I'm gonna take you to the studio, but you're rapping with grown men. We don't want no fuck ups. We don't want nothing. So I went in there and try to one take it. And it was funny because there was a couple grown men that had the multiple takes, and I remember Chill was like, "This little nigga got done first, and you niggas are."
You were in the studio with somebody, and they're like, "Yo, I'm one take," and then they take like 7 takes. You're just like,
There's nothing to me. There's nothing. I know some of the best artists I know, they punch in. Some of the not best. Some of the dudes that I love their music, they punch in. There's no.
Yeah, my brother tried to do that. He was like, he wanted me to record. He's like, let me do a bar and then stop, do a bar and then stop. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm recording you for free and I got time like that. You know Go pay somebody else for that mess. But shout out to my brother, man. He passed away, Young Loco. He wasn't on the list either. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of the dopest rappers out here. He was. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like, he just never. I love this shit. He just wouldn't want to put it out. You know what I'm saying? Like. I actually have all his music, and I was talking to his kid's mom, shout out to Kiana, and I was like, I'm about to all the music because I can't master it, right? So I'm like, I found the AI to do it, and so the AI is making it all look clean. So I just got all his old music. I'm just about to just put it all out for him. Yeah, man. There's a whole lot of artists, and I think a lot of people, they get mad at people, but it's like there's a difference between artists that invest in themselves and niggas that could rap. There's a whole lot of niggas that could play basketball. There's not a lot of hoopers, if that makes sense, right? There's a whole lot of people that could play. I know niggas that you passing the ball right now, they can shoot a basketball and make basketball, but there's not a whole lot of hoopers. There's not a whole lot of people that invest in themselves, man. Shout out my boy Wesley. I think he just tuned in. Yeah, Wesley say, punching in is cool if you're not doing it every other bar. I feel that. Like, you can get a cool 8 in, right? And then you might have to take a breath or something, but. I guess everyone does whatever you pay for, I guess. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the studio. I know people that go to the studio, they'll barely get one song in. Me, I come prepared. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you're right. It's all about how much you invest in yourself. Like, everybody want to be a rapper until it costs money. Everybody want to be a rapper until it costs money. You know what I'm saying? And, there's difference. And I always respect somebody to invest in themselves. A la Wayne Ayers. You know what I'm saying? Wayne Ayers pays for a lot of stuff. People think that people are coming to him, but he pays for a lot of stuff. So I respect his grind for paying for stuff. Yeah. But the difference between somebody like me that is in LA, that is in New York, that is in Asia, that was in Mexico where they say his show's #1 and knows the #1 DJ in Mexico and just spent a week out there. We know that they're not demanding that. You're just investing in yourself. So I respect the investment, but a lot of people hop on when they think because of the investment rather than the fans. And there's a difference between that. But I respect the investment, right? Like the investment has to be respected. I got pretty far without having to really invest in myself. Like, you can do it all yourself. Like for me, it's like I have my own studio here. I invested in a microphone, headphones, you know what I'm saying, studio equipment. And so like I was saying, some people go to studio, they'll make one song. You know what I'm saying? I'll write 14 right here, go by 4 hours and knock it out. And knock out 14 songs. Did you hear him? 14 Did y'all hear him? 14 songs. And my people can they can vouch for that too. Audio Dose. That's where I record my music out in Seattle. For sure, Audio man. Dose. For sure, man. And so like, that's really what we got to get to is like the artists that invest in themselves and do them things and understand that, or even just whatever. I respect any investment, you've said that before too, but you got to, think about it. Like Soulja Boy, when he first dropped Crank That, right? It sounded like the recording was trash. You know what I'm saying? But his marketing was genius because it was back in the Napster days. You know what I'm saying? And he took it, he would take he instead of his name, he put Jay-Z Big Pimpin', or Snoop Dogg Gin and Juice. Yeah, so you're back in the day, you're just downloading the songs, pop them on a CD, you mobbing down the street, and all you hear is you Soldier Boy Teller. You know what I'm saying?
I got mad as fuck when everybody caught on knowing I'm downloading 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying. This is Aaron from Idaho. Like, nigga, get the fuck. I'm looking for that G Unit. Bro,
he'd be driving and be like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I was like, where did that Britain come from? Like,
you feel me? Like, I hate it when everybody caught on. That's the thing when everybody tries to do it. So, it's a difference, man. But that's really what we're looking for, man. Is people that invest in themselves. I know I've had a bunch of people. Mama Lena commented on my list. Oh, this must be everybody's favorite. And I'm like, bro, there's a difference between people that can put together bars and actual rappers. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's subjective though. I mean, like one thing about the, you know me, I've been out here, like I interviewed you, like what was that, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, over there in Jackson Park. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been interviewing people for a minute, bro, and it's the same saga. Like even the people that were left, like the group, because like, the guy, some random dude made this list of Kitsap County rappers. I was like, cool, and I saw my name on it, I was like, ah, shit. Like, I was like, whatever. But I'm like, he missed, that was the whole era he talked about was the Kitsap County uncut era, is how I look at it. Like everybody that was rapping right there, that one wave right there, that's who was all on the list.
That was who was all on the list. And that's what I try to tell people who are commenting, like I said, like the Mama Linda, she was like, oh, this must be a list of people who are favorite. I'm like, this list to me, the one that I made, was artists that invest in themselves. Yeah. I don't even know everybody else.
Well, on your list, you put yourself number one.
Yeah, and there's a reason why.
Now, why was the reason for that?
First of all, anybody that make a list and put themselves number one, I'm not offended if you put yourself. It's your fucking list.
Yeah.
It's your fucking list. But outside of that, I didn't do that for nothing. I was the first young rapper in Bremerton to ever win a freestyle. Ass Little No Good. They used to have freestyle battles for a grown ass man. I won that. Bremerton Talent Show, I won that. I was the best rapper in high school. Niggas didn't even want to rap like that. You know what I'm saying? Running freestyle battles. I was the youngest nigga. We were the youngest dudes to do a video with Aubrey and them. We were it was like 2003. We were like 15 years old, bro. The term Brim City. Fred Dees came up with that, and we came up with a song. Brim City came out with that shit. Then people started using that. I made up the term Cirque City. Bremerton's 360 a circle. So the reason why I said that is because the longevity in which I did it.
Yeah.
I was rapping before everybody was rapping. I was the first young rapper. Like niggas was not rapping. I think before me there was I started rapping in 98 nigga. 98. Like I was a young rapper. Like I was young rapping. I let out my first stuff in like 2001. I was young as fuck. We let out B-Town in like 2004 or something like that. We did our like we were super young rappers that were doing stuff when we were super young, and then not only did I do that, I continued to run after that. Right?
You know, crazy. It's like you when you speak on it, people listening today and having the mindset of today, they'll think, oh, okay, well, that's pretty easy. They don't understand how hard it was to actually like record music back in the day. Like for me, I had a boombox. When I used to record music, I had a boombox behind me playing the beat, and I had another one in front of me to record it, and I had to do the song all the way through. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
Yeah, or else you had to go to the studio and pay for it, and people were charging.
You had to want it. You had to want it. It's not like I could pick up a phone, go record it. You had to really love this. And that's the reason why I always say there's the difference between people that love this shit and people that love the benefits from this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a whole lot of people that want the bitches, want everything. They didn't sit down and think when 8 Mile came out, were inspired, like sit down, riddle, hiddle, fiddle, like rhyming words with words, just sitting down and just write. I'm taking 20, 30 minutes to just rhyme a word with a word. They didn't love that shit. And you can hear it in their music.
Well,
right?
that thing about back in the day too, you had to be different.
Yeah.
You couldn't come out sounding like nobody else. And nowadays, and that's how I see a lot of people fall off out here. It's because they're riding a major artist that they like right then. They're riding their wave. And when they're riding their wave, you know what I'm saying? As soon as that wave collapses, they're done too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I've seen it time and time again out there. Yeah.
Exactly. And then another reason why.
Yeah. There's a lot of people you left off your list too.
Yeah, and for those artists, I would like to say I apologize because I responded to that list because a white guy made a list and his list was like 40% white people. And no disrespect to those people, but these people weren't around the culture. They weren't around anything or in anything. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
they put them on a list because they know them, and that has nothing to do with Bremerton music. Zero to do with Bremerton
I think
music.
he just went through I mean, like we're culture. We have a lot of different cultures out here.
No,
You know
for
what
sure.
I'm
And I'm
saying?
not.
I get what you're saying. Like there
But
was some
hip
names on
hop
the list.
though,
There was a couple
hip-hop-
names on that list, and I'm just like,
and I'm not saying that there's no white. There is white guys that I'm not dissing white guys in general,
yeah,
but
shout out
there's a
S.
problem. There's a
Like,
problem with the
he was
Northwest.
on the list.
Hip hop is black culture. Period.
Yeah.
Point blank. No way around it.
Yeah.
Like it is black culture, and a lot of these people that they're putting on the list were inspired by people like me. Some of these are my little homies. I'm not even gonna name them. Some of these people wouldn't even rap with me in high school. Still won't rap, and they're fans of mine, and I'm a fan of what they do because they're a fan of what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not dissing them, but you can't put cats that look up to cats like you skip Cash, you skip Kazi D, you skip Lil Noga. Lil Noga was the first dude in Bremerton that had a Summer Jam banner with No Rock on it, and cats like Ja Rule had to perform under that with a Bremerton title under them to rap. You can't skip
even
that.
like even the newer people, like you know what I'm saying, like YB Lil Ho was left off there, Sin, K Vibes, you know what I'm saying? Almighty.
You can't skip those dudes. Even like Blue Boom, like with the freestyle battle. A dude from Bremerton owns the largest freestyle battle league in Washington. A dude from Bremerton.
Lou was laughing. I mean, Lou was on the list. Lou had a fucking run. Lou had a strong
Young
run.
Lou had and I don't give a fuck. Young Lou had the biggest young impact that I seen in Bremerton for a young person. But Little No Good crawled so he could walk at that moment a little bit.
It's the same umbrella. You know what I'm saying? It's no Rock Lines then. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Birdman. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. It's like Lil Wayne from Birdman. They did some shit so then Lil Wayne could come out, you know what I'm saying, like Juvenile and them. So you can't not include some of these people. So that's why I responded with my list to include that there was people of color that actually inspired these people to be on this list. So now I was quick, and I remember you were like, it takes time to make a list, and that's where I made my mistake in missing some of the artists that I missed. So, you know, hey, my list was just a quick response. But that's the reason why I put myself number one, because I was rapping before these dudes. A lot of these dudes, and I was rapping after a lot of these guys.
Yeah, a lot of people have quit. A lot of people have quit.
And another thing is, I'm like an MMA fighter. A lot of niggas box. Yeah. I do everything. If we get a no beat freestyle, I'm gonna win that. If we do a freestyle battle, I'm gonna win that. If we do
I know somebody that's shout out to DNAC. He used to be part of Fat Camp, you know what I'm saying? He was on the list. He was like 2 ahead of me, but he's trying to get a freestyle battle, you know what I'm saying? Some battles going on in the city, you know what I'm saying? He's looking for people. Anybody watching this that likes to battle or knows somebody likes to rap battle, hit up DNAC.
Do your thing. That is a talent. But my brother Boomer did that, but I'm not saying I'm out there. Nigga, I'm not freestyle. That's crazy. But as far as like,
and think about it, they didn't even put T Mackin on the list.
T Mac, if there's a video versus, I'm the first nigga from Birmingham to do international videos like that.
Anybody listening, if you guys don't know who T Mackin is, T Mackin was out in Kingston, and he was a rapper. He's a black dude and shit, and he was hella popular. Like he's about to do a show. What T Mackin was the first person to bring like a major artist out here. He got Yuck Mouth to come out during Yuck Mouth's height when he was doing regime, you know what I'm saying? Like
you gotta respect certain cats' grind. So that's why I put myself in there, because I was doing international things and still doing it. And I'm not tooting my own home. Like I said, for me, there's a difference between the definition of arrogant is putting yourself in a place when you haven't put that work in.
Yeah,
that's the definition of arrogant.
A great point too. Like, and I talked to Wes about the other Wes I know. Wes he says the ones who came first might have popped off if mine didn't have to push out CDs and could post on social media. You know, it's crazy. You had to work for it back then. Like I remember I bought CDs. Like you buy 100 CDs for $100, sling them shits out for $5. You had to like grind and stuff. And it all showed how hard you wanted it.
We was the first cats to sell hundreds of CDs in high school. Me and Fred, Brimtown CD, selling them in high school.
In the building.
First person to sell hundreds of CDs in high school. Won the talent show in high school. Shout out Push.
I don't want to move too quick, but I still got the templates. You know what I'm saying? I used to burn my own CDs, print them out, mob out to Seattle, all through kids. But it was work. Like, and one thing for me that upsets me now is that like I always work on music because I love making music. I've been like you said, I've been making music since the 90s. My rap name used to be Macadosha One, and I was gonna drop some music, and then they made that damn list, and I was like, I don't want to look like one of the people like, oh, let me try to get Like,
you did, yeah. And but do you, like I said, if you've been doing it, do your thing. Like I don't hate
yeah.
on nobody, but a lot of people are mad because I put people like Push on there. Push been doing this thing. Not saying Push in general, but I'm saying I put people that I know that are putting work in there. I'm not skipping Young Luz. I'm not skipping the Pushes. I'm not skipping the motherfucking Freeze that's doing this thing, but I'm also not skipping Kazi D. I'm also not skipping No Good. I'm also not skipping Young Chill. I'm also not skipping Blue Jacket. I'm not skipping nobody. Cash, nigga, brought that Philly style over here. Was punchlining from, like, you can't skip some of these cats.
And Jinx said that too. He was like, "Look, how you gonna have one member of iGang on there?"
Come
you know
on,
what I'm saying?
bro.
I was like they played their music on Cube 93 when they used to play the Sunday. They played local hip hop.
And Cash will tell you who was the first young nigga that's, hey, come pick me up and go to the studio with him. 12 years old, 13 years old, before any niggas was rapping. So that's why I say when I put myself
somebody even brought up Shots. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you can't skip. You can't. So that's why when people are like, why you put yourself? I remember Wayne Ayers was like, oh, you gotta drop something. I'm like, nigga, I go look at a nigga's this. Why would I? And I'm dropping. First of all, I have so much music. I have an album coming out here soon.
When's your album coming out?
I have another album coming out about June 1st. Me and Dre slaps. I have a couple videos coming out that I did in Bangkok. Coming out.
I was watching your video just a minute ago. I forgot that you made the one with the Full House.
Oh yeah, that was with Rex Life Raj. Yeah, I don't know if people know who Rex Life Raj is.
I like the video where you shot the video like you shot the video if you're shooting the video.
Oh yeah. That was on this. That was on this. That's what Brookfield Deuce. That's Damian Lillard's artist.
How much how much do you feel that you what's a ballpark of how much you've invested in yourself?
I can't even.
Not even how much you gotten back, just a ballpark of. I mean, I think people should understand that, because think about it. Even from the Kitsap County Uncut days, the only people that are still rapping right now actively are you, Jay Freeze, and Concrete.
Yeah, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars. Like, you know, I don't even know. You know, I could count 20 in the last couple years, 20, 30 in the last. You know what I'm saying? Where you're just, you know, because we're traveling and do it. Like when I did the video with the dude in Paris, he was a Dior shooter. People don't know that. When I did that video, My Moment in Paris, he didn't do music videos. He heard Dyrect, wanted to do something with Dyrect, but a lot of this shit costs money to link with them. So I'm the first nigga from Bremerton that if you go call up Dior and shit, oh, he shot with this dude. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That's when I put myself at certain things. Nigga, like when you're performing in downtown Venice, in all of Venice, he's from Bremerton. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in San Francisco on Lombard Street, and I'm driving a Benz, and I'm driving the Benz down Lombard, and they all start clapping on Lombard Street in San Francisco, and knowing that he's from Bremerton. You know what I'm saying? That I'm representing Bremerton wherever I go. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I go. So that's why I do those things, and I'm not, like I said, if people feel that way that they want it, we could do a versus or whatever you want to do. But just know that I was asking when I was younger, and if your tree is up there, it might become a fireplace piece.
And Lou made a important statement too. He said we got to understand that no matter what we do in music out here, we're not the influence for the young people. Famous people are, and that's true. That's true. Mm-hmm. You know, out here, people get a buzz, right? Yeah. But then everybody want to be a hometown hero, and you can't do that, because after a while, people are gonna have reserves about you. You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, nobody should have to tune themselves down because nobody does it in Atlanta. The local nigga in Atlanta, they gonna love him in Atlanta. Bremerton has to start loving their motherfucking own. Yeah. It shouldn't just be somebody from somewhere. Nigga, you go to Oakland, that little nigga, it's Oakland. I just been to Oakland. They're playing Oakland in Oakland. Bremerton always want to be like somebody else and hop on a horn. Start loving your own.
Though, like they support themselves. Like everybody.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We should, not in Kitsap, but I'm saying the Northwest in general.
If 6 or 7 of these young artists just got together, you need a team off tops. But the whole thing is people want to be like the famous artists without having to put in the work to be famous. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll talk to young dudes. I'm like, yo, all you got to do is go live, post every day, and talk and comment on people's stuff. Shout out to B Twice. He's a
support others. When Young Lou was hot, I came up supporting. Niggas was hating on Lou. When Young Lou was hot, I came out supporting Young Lou. Say things about Young Lou. Why do we do that? Why do we do that? Why can't it be when Small Cities Big Dreams is hot?
Why does a man?
I'm supporting that guy.
Why do men not like Drake off tops? because the women like him. They didn't have to think about it. People feel like they have to do work to get people to like them or respect them and stuff, right? But if somebody comes around, they're like, oh my gosh, look, it's Lou. I'm like, bitch, you ain't even met him. You like this dude? I don't fuck him then. That's how dudes feel. It's just in the county it's crabs in a barrel.
But
you know
why? But that's Bremerton's issue, nigga. Quincy Jones used to live in Bremerton.
Yeah, but he don't claim it because it's racist.
Yeah, but imagine what the niggas. But imagine what the niggas was telling him when he lived in Bremerton. I know niggas that know him.
Yeah,
I know niggas that know him. My mom was born in '52. I know niggas. They wasn't treating Quincy like Quincy in Bremerton. If you look at the Ray scene in Ray, in the movie Ray, they went that Ray when he met Ray downtown. And you see that's him catching the Bremerton ferry to the Seattle Market downtown. Bremerton needs to cut it out. You
gotta bounce out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, like you can only get so much support. You can only get so big. You can only do so many shows. And then also, like for me, it's like, you know, for a while I was sharing everybody's stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm sharing everybody's stuff. But when I post stuff, them say people won't share my stuff. But then I've noticed stuff about artists, like even like when artists are big and they start to grow a fan base or whatever, they don't talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? They act like their shit don't stink. And then so if you don't comment, if you don't like people's posts, you don't do nothing for people. Why do you expect them to do all that for you?
A great example is I didn't go to school with Young Lou. I'm older than Young Lou, but when he was doing his thing, I made sure to initiate myself with bro and support bro. Like, just let me go initiate myself. I could have been, fuck him, I've been rapping. No, bro, Young Lou was hot doing his thing.
No, check this out. Look, Young Lou would post 5 times a day. And at least 2 of them posts would get him canceled in the future. Like, Young Lou was a wild Facebook poster. One time I had to go. I'm like,
he still is though.
Like, you should calm down. He's like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm like, all right, man, dude.
Hey, he tagged KJ and them like, what's up with Boston today? That is the Lou. It's just hilarious. I love the shit. I love the energy. But my point is, how much hate did he get just for being him, bro? That's how it is, bro.
He was successful. Everyone's like, yo, what is he doing that I'm not doing? Everyone's like, I'm a better rapper than him.
But you shouldn't. But you weren't doing what he was. You can't compare yourself to somebody that actually does it, bro. That's the problem. There's cats that'll bust out a freestyle once every 4 months and be like, fuck that, I'm hotter than Lou. No, the fuck you're not.
You know what's crazy? It's like, I used to be a hater like that too. That's all rappers are. That's it. There's a cycle. Think about it. There's a cycle of rappers, right? You make a song, people tell you they like it, right? Now your head's pumped up. Hey, I can do this. I can do this. Then you kind of try to like go out into the world and venture in, but you see people. I remember when it hit me in the head, like what I was doing mentally, because it was Big Sean when Big Sean came out, and I was like, this guy's terrible. How is he better than me? But then I was like, why am I hating on him? Like, I'm not doing what Big Sean is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll share with you an example. I never had that. Jameer Johnson has 1 song about his mom that I know about for sure. Maybe 2, but one.
I think Jameer has 3. He has 3.
3. Okay, my bad. That one that I know for sure. I shared that motherfucking song, bro.
Yeah.
First one about his mom. I'm gonna share that.
Yeah.
First of all, I knew his mom. I'm cool with his brother. The song was hot. They gotta get that up out of them, bro. They have. If we don't start doing what the Bay and them is doing or something, I shouldn't have to go to the Bay for them to be like, you hot. I shouldn't have to be at a show with Bow Wow. All them, they're like, all the stars backstage, and they're like, Dyrect is one of those niggas. Come backstage with Bow Wow, take a picture with Race Life Raj, K Camp, and all them. Come do that because you're one of those dudes, and I'm getting that love in Portland. But then I go back to Bremerton, and it's so. Another thing is like,
think about this. A lot the rappers out here, I'll keep it 100. You suck at promotion. Not you personally. The rappers out here, you guys suck at promotion. You say, hey, I got a show. You post it one time when you think of the show, and then you post it the day of or the day before. You suck at promotion. You suck at. You don't talk to your fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a rapper out here. His name's B Twice, right? His music is not for everyone, but his hustle, his promotion, his social media was top tier. This dude had his Instagram, or excuse me, his Twitter before it switched was popping because he interacted with his people. He interacted with his fans. People out here don't do that. No, you don't go live. You don't
when we get a little buzz, we don't bring it back to Bremerton. For instance, the Wayne Ayers nigga, he said that he been on paying for shit. We say do an article. He pays for an all hip hop article today. Say he's doing something with Jameer. You should have been did a podcast with your nigga from Bremerton.
Yeah.
You should have been did that if you was hot. Sheldon Harris, nigga never buzzed in Kitsap. The nigga was okay at rapping. He never buzzed in Kitsap. I'm gonna keep
buzzing Kitsap.
Let me keep. I'm making an example. Let me finish what I'm saying. He never buzzed in Kitsap like that. You don't need to buzz in Kitsap. But when you do buzz in Kitsap and you're from Kitsap, come back and that's what everybody from Atlanta and them did. Nigga, 50 went to the West Coast, got on, and then brought all his niggas from New York on. Everybody leaves to go get on, but you go back and you put your niggas on. Instead, he goes to a different part of Washington and puts Travis Thompson on. The niggas from Bremerton. That's what we do. That's what we do in Bremerton. That's what we do, and it's ugly, bro. It's ugly.
Crazy. Like I reached back into Bremerton when I was doing my thing in Seattle, and shout out to Snook. I hit him up the other day. He's gonna do a hook for me anyway. So like I said, I still love to make music, but saying the other people I brought with me, I realized why I should have left them where they was at. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they hit, hey man, I see you moving and grooving. Can I jump in there with you? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Come on, homie. I know better now. Because
but niggas got something to say about Doc. I mean, don't say nothing about how can you? I'm not saying Doc's a perfect. Niggas got their own issues. I don't know what they whatever. But some niggas got something to say. He actually comes back and does something for Bremerton. You can't say nothing about somebody that actually does something and comes back and be like, I still fuck with Bremerton. I've lived in Portland for 18. I'm still on Bremerton. Like still represent. I could right now be like, fuck Bremerton. I'm from Portland. I'm established here. I've sold out shows here. I've had a top 3 album. And another thing, Wide Robert said, I'm the only nigga from in the history of Bremerton that had a top 3 album on iTunes charts. Got a plaque for it.
Congratulations.
Got a plaque for it. I'm not tooting my own home. That's a fact. You could have went on. You can Google that. You know what I'm saying?
That's the album that you dropped with what's the
Dre
guy's
Slaps on Dre Slaps. So we're doing a part 2 right now. That's why I'm sipping this right now. We got a part 2. It would have been the first one was called That Right. This is called Pinot Grigio. So we're gonna do that right too. But I feel like I'm 36 years old. I'm not doing music for niggas with backpacks. Like Young Lou said, a lot of kids are inspired by somebody else. That's fine. Be inspired by that. I'm not doing music for them.
Yeah.
I'm a grown ass man. So I get better with time like wine.
You know what's crazy? It's like we had this whole list come out, right? And that's why I was like, somebody, I think it was I'd say Smiley D. I can't remember. Dom something is what he calls himself now. But he was like, yo, we on Wayne's shit, because Wayne's doing it for engagement and shit. Mm-hmm. But still, it's like, yo, where's the show at? You know what I'm saying? What, you just gonna let Jinx do a pump it or dump it? Everybody come in there and be all jolly and molly? You gonna throw a show? There's how you can go to the Village and throw a show. You can go over down there to Eden and throw a show.
You said no rapper in Bremerton could sell at an auditorium, but your podcast can't do that, my nigga. Come on now. I'm in LA.
You've been on his helmet. That's
because he's been talking. He just put up an all hip. Like nigga, I just contacted All Hip Hop. I'm gonna do a Bremerton Giant article, y'all. I'm gonna pay for it. Bremerton's hottest giant.
In the podcast game, bro, like you're paying for interviews. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. When I started doing the Nightly Strange, right? The first artist that actually responded back to me was Project Pat. Shout out to Project Pat. And he was like, yo, 500. And I was like, shit, I got 500. He's like, well, what you got? Mm-hmm. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to pay him. I didn't know it was like that. You know what I'm saying? But like Young Bleed, JT the Bigger Figure, Technique, they all did it off the strength of the love. Because I was like, look, I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? I just want to interview and shit. You know what I'm saying? JT the Bigger Figure was a dope dude. RIP to Young Bleed and shit. I talked to Young Bleed the weekend before he passed away. You know what I'm saying? After he did the No Limit stuff.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, because I asked him, I was like, you gonna be on the No Limit Cash Money? He's like, I don't know. They haven't hit me yet. And then he was on there. I was texting him that night, like, oh man, you a legend, bro. Like,
that's hard.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not trying to say that I'm on bro's helmet like that, but for me, when they say do a top successful list, then what is success? What is success?
I don't even think it was a successful list. I think it was just people. It said artists that came out of Kitsap County, but I'm looking at some of the names, and I'm like, I never seen this person in a show out here. I've never seen this person. Like, there was one guy on there. He had a song, something about Kitsap kids, and I listened to it. I was like, they ain't the Kitsap I live in. You know what I'm saying? He had 2 earrings, like he was about to do the little dance and what you call it, Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go. But he quit after a couple months. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and there's a lot of cats like that want you to be like, well, I'm as hot as this person and that person. I only using Lou as an example because I was like, Lou was one of the hottest niggas. So like when niggas was hating, I'm like, you gotta at least do what bro did.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And I mean, like, is it just rappers or we like? Because you brought up Quincy Jones. I mean, my cousin Kilo Keys. Shout out to Kilo. You know what I'm saying? He was doing the Friday Fix. We do that every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. He was on the last night showing the NDA he had to sign because he was working with Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? He got a song with Russell and Big Sad. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people.
Baby Tron. Like
there's a lot of people that have done awesome things that are from Bremerton. So it's like, if we're gonna do that, then the way that people approach, like, oh, everybody's kiki and about rappers, like oh, everybody rappers think that you're supposed to be passionate about what you are. So I support every rapper that's from Bremerton that's passionate, guys. Like if you're passionate and work at your craft, I support that. But
would you be up to you're doing an album press run, right? Or would you be up to doing a show out here in Bremerton, getting a bunch of artists together?
I would be open to it, but it has to be really set up because we've done that before. We did that with David Oliva, sold out to Charleston. People don't remember we've done that before. So it has to be with artists that are serious in Bremerton because I already sell out shows out here.
City in the building. I mean, like I post. You know me. I'm passionate about the music out here. Like nobody can say nothing bad about D-Mac when it comes to hip hop. Like especially what I be doing. I interview people. I show up to the shows. You know what I'm saying? I'll share everybody's stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't even have Liquid City on there. These guys were on 106 in Park. Come on
now. And the Cash put that in my attention, and so I did it. We gotta respect the people that have done it. So yeah, I would definitely be open to doing those things. Right now, they were Tacoma just did it, and it's cool because and we really see who's who when we got niggas that don't know nobody. Yeah, because. Like I said with bro, like I said with bro, he just did a hottest out of hip hop hottest out of Bremerton coming out. And I love Jameer. I know his family. But he even said, hey, bro, I don't have enough out for you to put Shay, because he said he should be on the list. And he was like, bro, I don't have enough out for you to put me on that. I love that humbleness, because he's going to make it. He gets it.
But there was somebody on that list only got like 7 songs.
That's what I'm saying. But there's
that, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, but like I'm saying, I looked on there, I'm like, I didn't see YB, Almighty, like I'm saying, Sin, K Vibes, and I'm like, that was the last wave in the city, and I didn't even see Antagonists, and them dudes was making moves. You know what I'm saying?
But not everybody know. Let's keep it real though. Like not everybody knows everybody, bro. Because I don't know all these people. So it's like I don't know.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And the way I know them is because I go to shows. A lot of them work with my cousin Kilo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's a couple of them on his label. But these guys was the wave for a minute. SJ, he was supposed to be here tonight. These guys were the wave. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, they were doing shows with what's his name that got signed from Tacoma. Young brother, he got signed. I can't remember his name.
Louis?
Louis was out here doing shows.
Me and Louis have a song together. You know what I'm saying? Me and Louis have a song together on that Ride. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that. Rex Life Raj is famous. Niggas don't even. Rex Life Raj been famous. You know what I'm saying? E40 and me and that song that you're talking about that we did in Frisco, that's with Rex Life Raj. Niggas can't go pay Rex Life Raj for a video right now. You gotta have 10 racks.
You know what's crazy about Kid Tap Hip Hop, bro? It's like people don't promote and nobody wants to let anybody else be first. And that's why I made that comment on there, right? I said everybody's fighting for last place. Because everybody, they'll tear you down in silence. They'll smile in your face, but they'll tear you down. Man, I was at Young Lou's video shoot, right? And this rapper came up to me. I'm not even gonna say his name. I don't want it's old business and stuff, whatever, right? But like he walked up and he's like, do you even think the song's any good? For big songs, does anyone even think this song's good? For Small City Big Dreams, right? And I'm like, the fuck? But
what the
you watch the video, right? You watch the video, he's standing like a couple right there.
Yeah, trying to be hot with it. Do you understand me? That's what's going on. And then we praise niggas that move somewhere else and then in front on the shit. Like, oh, I'm doing this or doing something.
That's Kitsap County. Like, no one's gonna respect you in the city. I mean, you can only get they'll respect you in the city if you can, but as soon as you go somewhere else and they see you shining somewhere else, then they're like, oh fuck, I know that guy.
But then they want niggas that actually put in the work to be like, oh, that's not cocky. Jalen Davis, if he come out in 5 years and say I'm the hottest basketball player that ever came out of he's not cocky. He actually did that. Yeah. Marvin Williams is not cocky. Marvin Williams
was still hooping over at OC, nobody would care. But like since he was in the NBA, you got people that, man, my aunt used to live 3 houses down from a person that used to go sleep with a woman that was next door to the house he lived in.
Come on, man, that's not arrogant, bro. And I'm related, and Marvin and me share a nephew. That's not arrogant. When Marvin comes play in Portland, we get free tickets. You know what I'm saying? We go front row seats. Nigga, Marvin's family. So that's not arrogant. That's somebody that has actually earned it. So for somebody like me, when I be like something, that's not arrogance. That's somebody like, I'm doing this and that. I have 2 albums that are finished right now. I'm about to have a jaw surgery where I want to be able to talk for a couple months. So that's why I'm doing this press run. I'm doing one with you.
Yeah.
Then I got another podcast. I was just in Fort Lauderdale working. We was in YFN Lucci's studio. His dude got over a couple 100,000 views on his podcast. Dyrect is working. I'm bringing Bremerton everywhere. When I went in there, they played it and it was like, Bremerton is known. Bremerton is hot. We're respected everywhere.
When's the album gonna come out? And what's the you tell us the name again?
So the album's called Pinot Grigio. Sipping on that Pinot Grigio right now. It's a wine. So basically it just means over time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing music for kids, bro. I'm not doing music for cats that are 13, 14. I'm doing music for grown-ass men. And people don't notice. People think, and with all due respect to what Young Lou do, kids follow what grown men do. They follow what grown men do, and then it goes down to kids, and then kids follow what we do. We're really the movement, my nigga. Like,
actually, the kids.
Let me get up real quick. People think that jewelry and stuff. Kids can't afford jewelry. 16-year-olds can't afford jewelry. They can't afford none of this. This is
with Timo, you can afford anything.
That's not real.
You know what I'm saying, though. Brother dudes have the big old chains from Timu.
Yeah. But if they wear it too long, their neck is looking like the Grinch.
Hey, when we was kids, right? We had to get it out. They had to. I don't wear jewelry. They had to get it out the back of the Source magazine.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, really grown men set the trend, just like black people. America follows black culture, and then they take it all like they're saying right now. What is that called? They use every one of anything that goes on in the black community. It floats through everybody else, and it floats through. If you go look at motherfucking Donald Trump and them, they follow what we're saying, and they just go repeat the shit that we're saying.
That's what everybody does. Because we I don't want to get too deep into it, but I mean, like, it's just, when we influence the whole world. Think about it. Like,
everybody uses the term woke. Woke used to be a term from brother to brother, and I have a song about this. Yeah. Be above the system. If you're woke, you understand what's going on in this, that the system that built against you.
You have knowledge of self and knowledge of
and now you see people saying, "Oh, this is too woke." You know what I'm saying? This is woke or whatever.
Well, because there was a different demographic, because when the LGBT community started using the word woke, that's when it started becoming a negative.
Exactly. So the reason why I'm making this album Pinot Grigio is just to show after you continue to work at what you're doing, you invest in yourself, your shit becomes better. You put that wine in a cellar and you let that you put it in the dark and you put it in a cellar and it matures and it ages and it does what it does. That wine will be better in 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
This. How many tracks do you have on the album, and who's producing it?
This current album we have Dre Slaps is my sole producer that I work with. He's a big Portland producer. He's probably the best producer from Portland. Dre Slaps works with Mike Capes. He had a number 2 project on iTunes actually. Mike Capes is unbelievable, bro. He had a number 2 project or something like that on iTunes, and this is like, people don't know this. You can a lot of people, they were saying botting or whatever, because Spotify had to remove a lot of that stuff. Remember last year, Drake lost a couple million. Listen to this stuff. That's never happened on iTunes. That's never been a thing on iTunes. There's a reason why cats like Old Boy's podcast ain't number 1 on iTunes. He ain't never had a number 3 podcast on iTunes, because that shit is real. You know what I'm saying? So motherfucking he had a number 3. So Dre Slaps has had a number 3.
That's what shout out to Doc. That's what he said one time.
Yeah, iTunes is real.
He was my bad to cut you off. I was like, man, look at these dudes. I was like, look at this guy's Spotify numbers. He's like, yeah, show your iTunes ones.
Come on now. Hello. Like I said, cats can say a lot about Doc. They can't tell me that he don't know the business.
I start clicking.
Yeah, so they can say a lot about Doc. So that's why hold on real quick. Let me take this off the wall. Yeah. So that's why when you show shit like this,
ladies and gentlemen, he is set up.
That's why when you show shit like
showing
this,
the iTunes platform, that's real. That's
why when you show shit like this, my nigga, and niggas got podcasts that's telling you some shit, you say suck a dick. That's why when you say that. And that's no disrespect. That's just, I've earned that.
Did you go to school with Wayne Ayers? Do you know who that is?
I don't really know, but I know that he pays for a lot of shit in fronts, and that's not disrespecting him. He likes to troll. That's on his part. He said, I love trolling, so I'm a troll on what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm saying people get Kitsap County rappers got sensitive about this list. Like, it was a discussion. You know me, I'm in there talking shit, just throwing fuel on the fire, because someone's like, well, you're on the list. I'm like, I wouldn't have cared if I wasn't. Nobody, there's no strange person, nobody out here can ever dictate or say and change anything I've ever done in my life, especially when it comes to music. You know what I'm saying? You know what my biggest achievement was in music, or just music period? I was doing Kitsap County Uncut, and it used to air in Oakland, right? Because that show aired all across America. So people need to understand, like, we were sending Bremerton rappers, Kitsap County rappers, Washington rappers all across America. Digital Underground followed me on Twitter, and my family's from the Bay. So when they followed me, I was like, is this real? Bro, I started jumping. They still follow me on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I cried.
He was doing that.
I was in full circle for me. That was no one can take that from me. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like out here in Kitsap, like, think about it, you guys, they had this whole big buzz, and I'm just sitting here, I'm like, man, let this shit, it's about to die down anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because take this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Make your music, play your old music, put it on there, start talking to people, do a show, promote the fuck out of it. How hard is it? Like, I mean, it's the fear of rejection is one thing, but you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was pushing music, bro, I didn't care. My homies, my labels calling me, they're like, yo, people are saying it's kind of looking like spam. It's a lot of posting. I'm like, look, I'm the only one posting this, and I got plans. I'm trying to do something. And if people don't like it, then fuck them. They're not your fans, no way. But
Tyler, the Creator, said this: if I put my heart into something, invest in something, bitch, I'm gonna post it every motherfucking day.
Yep.
Why would I not post something? Like you said, you asked how much have I invested. If I spent 10, 20 racks on this, me and Rest Life Rosh got a song, we doing it in front of the motherfucking Full House. Why would I not post that every day? That's the difference between niggas that don't invest in. That's the difference between niggas that don't invest in themselves and niggas that invest in themselves. And like I said, I never toot my own horn. I played basketball in a rec league for years and years. I do not consider myself one of Bremerton's top hoopers.
I do.
I'm not. I play basketball for years. I am not one of Bremerton's top hoopers.
Bro, I turned 22 and I couldn't even play full court basketball no more.
Nothing that I don't invest in would I ever say that I'm the best in. Right? So like,
I mean, in hip hop though, you can say, you have to feel that you're the best.
You can feel like you can feel like anything you want.
I guess you don't have to, but it's like, I guess that kind of era of hip hop is gone.
Yeah, but there's a difference between feeling something and actually knowing something. I remember they asked Floyd Mayweather, why would you say that you're better than Muhammad Ali? That nigga looked at the camera and said, you think I'm gonna do something every day in my motherfucking life and be at the level that I'm at to not be the best? Like, that's when you think that you're the best. That is arrogant, nigga. Why would you come out with your first summit that I'm the best? You gonna go to a lot of these niggas, they go somewhere else and they get laughed at, bro. They get laughed at. I'm from Bremerton, I'm the best. And then they hear you rap or freestyle, nigga, and you stuttering. You just started rapping.
I was at the show, what was it? It was like a pig place. It's called The Village now. It used to be the old McLeod's. It was something else, but like I was at one of these shows, right? And they let these kids go first. And I could tell, I was like, oh, they just thought it was cool to be on stage because they're supposed to be rapping their song and then they stop and now they're dancing with the crowd. Like, yeah, you see me and got off the stage. Oh, this is embarrassing. But like, they ended up
example. Go ahead.
He said, hold on, people mad at us for over posting our product, but they ain't said a word about a McDonald's commercial that they've seen 10 million times and singing along to.
Come on now. Come on. For a great example, there was a Man Listen review of Bremerton artists yesterday. That's Tacoma Independent Review. That's not a nigga that know nobody. And the Man Listen got over 20,000 views. My nigga Stewie Newton that be on there all the time got videos with 1 million views. So they did an independent review. Go ask them what they thought about Bremerton artists and who they talked about. Reezy gonna shut the fuck up. When we played somewhere else, nigga, they could hear who the real dogs is. Rappers, real rappers, can hear who put in 40, 20,000 hours, 50,000 hours. They could tell that. So when you go somewhere else, a lot of these niggas go somewhere else and they go around these niggas like Stewie and them who got 50,000 hours and they're looking at these niggas like, you the best from Bremerton? You're on dope.
Stewie's a spitter though. And the rappers
Stewie's a real rapper. A real rapper.
Spitter. So I'm saying the whole thing, but these days they use the same phrases. I mean, they made a generic rap for people. Like everyone can do it. Like you don't have.
When you get around Jay-Z's and them, when you get around real rappers like Kendrick Lamar Kendrick can hear who been doing this shit since they 12 years old. I remember Shakur Stevenson had a fight, and a nigga was like, I'm about to beat your ass. And he said, when did you start boxing? And the nigga said 16. He looked at him and said, you're cooked. He said, I've been boxing since I was 6 years old. That's how niggas did with this rap shit, bro. If you've been rapping since you're a long time and you're really one of those, and you got, when you sharpen your knives and you could throw knives, play samurai, you can do every type of knife.
You could come out, you could start rapping at an older age. And
I'm not saying that you can't. I'm a Dave East fan. I'm not saying that
people like Lil Baby, right? But
yeah,
they know
I'm not saying that you can't. I'm a Dave East fan. There's a lot of niggas that just started rapping, but their work ethic is irresistible. You can't start rapping at 25 years old, nigga.
You say Dave East?
Dave East started rapping as a grown man. Like, you can't start.
Dave East rapping. Dave East said, I got a bitch thing from Russia. Don't understand her when I'm
so filthy. He played basketball, got out of college, felt that I'm a Dave East. I listen to Dave East. I'm not dissing him. Even Young Lou started rapping with him. I'm a Young Lou fan. But their work ethic, if you come in late, you got to work like that. You got to come in chopping trees, nigga. You can't just come in at 21 years old, do a freestyle and be like, I'm hotter than niggas that been doing it their whole life. Stewie and them's gonna eat you alive, nigga. They had a motherfucking, when you get on a song with these niggas, you can hear that. They dog walk these niggas. They be dog walking niggas when they do songs with them. There's other niggas from Bremerton that got songs with some of these niggas. Go play them. Then you listen to the song for the nigga that they're on a song with. That's crazy.
That's some people. That's what you kind of hope for, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's asking for it. No one wants to get on an Eminem song for real, but you want his fans. You want them to hear it.
Man, if you put, I did the song with Rest Like Raj. Raj be eating niggas up. He didn't eat Reezy up. I'm not trying to say that, but you should be able to hold your own. If you're saying that I'm the best from this era, you should be able to hold your own with anybody on the track. You should not be able, if you're saying I'm to that level, because you ain't putting Cash on a song with nobody, nigga, and they're eating Cash the fuck up. Bottom line, he's holding his own with every rapper. There is levels in music.
Is Cash still making music? No,
I don't know, but there's levels in music, bro. There's literally levels, bro. That's why Drake was.
I think the people that are in it for the wrong reasons flood the market. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know dope rappers, they just can't afford to, pay for it, but you got to dedicate yourself to it.
A great example. Drake was dog walking niggas. He didn't dog walk J. Cole on First Person Shooter. They're peers. They're eye to eye. You get what I'm telling you?
Drake had a
he didn't dog walk Kendrick on Poetic Justice. When you're on the same, he didn't dog walk Jay-Z on those songs, but everybody else, Rick Ross, he was dog walking niggas. Drake is super talented.
I don't know if Drake's writing it or his ghostwriter's writing it.
It don't matter who you write it with when you on Dot song. You can have 10 niggas.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's like, Drake has ghostwriters and people accept that. That's fine. But you can't. I mean, he can't be looked at as like, he's dog walking. No, his ghostwriter's dog walking somebody.
I'm just using Drake. I'm just using him as an example.
I feel what you're saying. Though.
So I'm just saying, when you're on certain levels, a lot of these niggas would do a song with Stewie Newton and wouldn't even be able to breathe. Wouldn't even be able to breathe on a track, my nigga. Wouldn't even be able to breathe. like even rap on the track.
Let me ask you this: who's some new artists that you like out here in Kitsap County? Have you heard any?
Cut and Mason, my young niggas. I wouldn't say they're newer, but I'd say those are my family. I would, Mason's obviously new. He did all the time.
We did the
definitely.
We did the Wailing Days. They performed the Wailing Days with us.
Definitely.
It was crazy. Like I walked up to the Wailing Days to go watch Concrete. You know what I'm saying? Because he was performing at Wailing Days. And shout out to DNAC, bro. He was like on the stage. He told me to come back. He's like, yo, somebody didn't show up. Can you fill in? And I was like, oh, yeah, performer Wailing Days on like the big stage. I was like, all right, cool.
That's
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was like, all right, man. I didn't go jokes and shit. I was like, look, I'm gonna run out of breath. I did a song and I was like, all right, guess the song I'm gonna pass out on. Hit it, DJ. Like, fuck yeah.
There we go. But there's a lack of, and Bremerton also gotta recognize this. There's a lack of young artists in Bremerton right now. I'm not saying, but hip hop is in a state right now. Back in the day, you had to be in the best way. Young artists that just came out, young 16, 17. There's young artists.
Yep. Yeah.
Can you name some that I name some I can check them out? I'm not. If you tell me, I'll go check out the young boy.
You know, it's crazy. Some of them I'll tag him. I know Braylon. He doesn't. I don't know what his rap name is. Is what I'm saying. I was in the studio with him. There was like him and like maybe eight young cats, right? And one cat, he was a spitter, bro. He said something just nasty. I was like, which one of y'all? Because they was all in the booth together. I was like, which one of y'all said that? Because they invite me down to the studio sometimes. They're like, hey, yo, D-Mac, yo, we're recording some music. You come down and, holler at us. I'm like, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like them, I'm saying, you still got YB Lil Ho is fucking fire right now. K-Vibes doesn't rap no more, but he was fire. You know what I'm saying? Sin is dope. Almighty's dope. Fucking, there's
Money Mike.
Yeah.
Money Mike, young boy.
Frankie, look, Frankie is dope. You know what I'm saying? I just wish it more serious.
That's what I'm saying. I don't feel like there's a lot of young niggas that was serious. You gotta ask Cash about
crazy. I saw Jameer, like they had the Loonies. So the Loonies came up here to perform, right? I know the people that run the Tracy Movie House. Shout out to them. You can catch me every third Thursday at the Miss My presents Funny Night Out. They asked me if I could find artists to perform with the Loonies. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. Then I went out the night, forgot all about it. But Jameer was on the show. He performed, and he rapped. He did like two or three songs or whatever, right? That he had. This nigga's a star. He doesn't even see it. He has to believe in himself.
Gotta believe in yourself.
27 nigga on the stage, killing it.
You gotta
start. No,
and this isn't just Jameer. Like I said, I know young boys.
Family.
There's a lot of young niggas that won't spend $1 on themselves, but actually spend $1 on their product. That's fucking crazy. You won't spend $1 on you, nigga. I'm not spending 50 cents.
And one thing too, you can't look for other rappers and artists to support you. That's just, you should never look for that. Never look for that. Anybody listening to this, never ask for another artist. Look, you don't need artists. You need fans. You need random people that you've never met in your life. Your friends
you've never met in your life.
Your friends and your family cannot support you. The way
they be getting hyped. They be getting hyped because 5 of their friends comment on that shit. They be getting hyped. I'm not from Portland. I'm from Bremerton. So every bit of success I have gotten since 2008, all my shit that you guys have seen has been with niggas that don't know me.
Exactly. That's how mine is too. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had, like I do a comedy show, right? And I shot up. I got like maybe every time I see my peoples, they be like, oh man, yeah. Oh yeah, you got the comedy show coming up, right? I'm like, yep. They're like, oh, I'm gonna come out to this one. I'm like, look, bro, you probably say that every time. I don't count on my friends and family to show up to my comedy show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I need the strangers. We have regulars and we have strangers. You know what I'm saying? Like it's either like a core or a 75% or packed. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need my friends and family. You don't want them to. Let them just be like, let them ask you for some shit when you get it. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully out here, I mean, they're not going to do it. I doubt you with Kitsap County rappers. Like I am a Kitsap County rapper, but I doubt them all. Like you have the opportunity right now to get together, put some shows down, start a podcast.
Young boys have an opportunity to hit me up, get some mentorship. Like I said, one of these days I want Cash to get on here. Who was hitting you up, nigga, 12, 13? Are you headed to the studio? Can I ride with you? Cash used to have to tuck his pistol, his dope, and everything to come pick me up, nigga, to go to the studio.
Allegedly.
Nigga, this is years ago. Nigga, this is 20 years ago. Cash is a clean car salesman. My nigga, allegedly. But I'm just saying, there's a statute of limitations. I'm a hood nigga. There's a statute of limitations, nigga. Cash was a real hustler. He'll tell you that. He lived the lifestyle. He did the music. I never would say nothing that nigga ain't got. I'm not saying the nigga killed the nigga in 2002. I'm saying the
nigga 11 over on Sylvan.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that. I'm saying my nigga lived what he rapped like how he said. You know what I'm saying? And so he used to pick me up from the hood to go to the studio. You gotta have that hunger, bro. You young niggas gotta be hungry. You gotta be hitting niggas up. Why do you have a nigga that says he has number 3 album on iTunes? Just did something with Red Side Rock.
I was like allegedly. Oh shit! Shout out Fred Dees, man. Fred Dees, I need you to come back.
That's my boy, man. Fred. He needs you. He needs you on there, Fred.
I like.
Yeah, Fred Dees had and that's another one. Yeah. Hit Me When You Get This is one of the hottest projects that ever came out of Bremerton. I'm a humble nigga. You can't make 5 projects that's better than that.
I remember
name 5 projects that's better than that.
he showed me the album and he had skits on there. He's like, yeah, man, I skits. He's like, I want it to be like an old school album. I was like, yo, I like the way I fucks with that. You know what I'm saying?
The cover had a beeper on there with the shit. Like, nigga, that's one of the first projects that I ever heard. Like, cause I really got to go work on that and Kiss My Hustling Ass by Young and C. I'm a humble nigga, bro. Check those projects out.
The album, that's what it's like he made that album, he just disappeared. I never saw the nigga again. And then like the list came up and he sent me a friend. I was like, yes, Fred D's. Like I fucks with him. Like his music was dope.
Bro. So like a lot of niggas like I said, the Young Lou impact was something that made me notice. Kiss My Hustling Ass, Young and C. Hit Me When You Get This. Cash in general, like just what he did. Young Chill's project had me rapping. I could rap Cash, one of Cash's verse word for word. So like the way that Little No Good was moving, there's a couple it's not hate when you be like, I'm naming niggas that actually put in this work, that actually went and got and did this. There's a lot of people that got mad. I named Mama Lena because she just commented on my stuff. Like, it's the favorite person list. You have not one single or one video, Ma. Not one. Lena. Exactamente.
What's her rap name?
I don't even know. I know her real name. You know,
I mean, that's a pretty unique name. Like, be calm, kid. Black Dynamite's a very common name. No, Mama Lena is not a common name.
It's not a common name. She used to live. I'm not dissing her at all, but you can't be mad at somebody to be like, I'm just naming people that put in the work. So if there's a difference between cocky to me is naming that you've done. If I was to say I'm one of the best basketball players, if I was to say I'm the best barber, that's Hef Johnson. Hef Johnson. You know, Hef go around, nigga, doing haircut competitions from Portland to Washington, and then stop asking that nigga for a haircut, not paying him what he's worth. I got one haircut from the nigga, I paid him $100. Stop doing that to dudes that give Seahawks players cuts. Like, you guys got to stop doing this stuff, bro.
I'm not paying.
I'm not saying that you do that, but when he says, that's you. But when I'm saying that, when you guys go to him, and don't ask him for a $20 haircut. When he says it's $40 or $50 for whatever, respect his grind. Just like Boomer and them with the food cart. Boomer and Charlene Lowe, they got their own food cart that they pay for, and there's niggas that call him and be like, $200 for some food. Nigga, that's the cost of the food. Stop doing that to people who actually work for that just because you got a homeboy that does it in his kitchen that does that.
There was a barbecue place by the old McLeod's, right? You know, I went down there because I used to live on Magnuson, right? So they was down there on Sheridan, you know, it's in the bottom of Sheridan. And they had a barbecue place or whatever, right? And I go over there, I'm trying to support, and then I'm like, hey, all these people are there, and they're like, oh, I get free food. Me too. They give me free food. You know what I'm saying? They only lasted for like maybe 3 weeks because they gave away so much free food. Like, everybody kept asking for the hookup. You know, say even my cousin, shout out to Kilo Keys, like I'm saying, bro, he's like, he started making beats, you know what I'm saying, and like getting really good at it. He's like, yo, cousin, thank you so much for your help. He's like, I'll give you beats for free. And I said, nah, cousin. I was like, charge me. He was like, for real? And I was like, yeah, charge me for the beats. So even when someone asks for a free beat, he'd be like, man, I even charge my family for beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't want no issues like that. Like, if you have an art or somebody that you know does something, support them. You know what I'm
like Jordy Sam.
You're putting the money in somebody else's hands.
Like Jordy Sam, I've talked to him before about a couple beats in the past. I'm like, I'm gonna pay you for what you worth. If I'm gonna get a beat for you, I'm not gonna be like, hey Jordy, come do this. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Beats is a crazy thing when you first trying to make beats. My bad to cut you off. Like, everybody want free beats.
Yeah, and so for me, I'm just a respecter of everything that I'm doing. Shanda with the hair, Nisha with Nisha Dale with the hair. There's some people that really do these things. Like, you guys gotta respect certain people that do these things, and respect the people that put in the work. Just because somebody casually braids doesn't mean that they're on these people's level. And so that's all I'm saying. And people get mad at me, but Dyrect gonna speak his mind. And if you feel a certain way about it, Tacoma does have, platforms for verses and stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff for this that you can do
that through Zoom.
Yeah, we could do that, but I'm telling you right now, I grew up with an axe. I'm an axeman. When your tree becomes a fireplace.
Yo, Dyrect, thanks for coming on to the show tonight. I want you to once again tell everybody your album. When's it coming out?
Pinot Grigio, man. Pinot Grigio coming out June, man. That's Dyrect and Dre Slaps. Our last one with number 3. We're trying to do a number 1, and we're gonna keep working hard. Like I said, we're gonna keep grinding. Then I got another one. So I got a series of projects coming out. Like I said, I'm in my mid-30s, and I'm not doing music until my 40s. So after this, my next project in about a year is gonna be called in less than a year. So I got this one coming out in June, and I got how my career is gonna go. it's gonna go Miss Me Later. That's gonna be the next project, part 1. Then in a year from then, it's gonna be called Miss Me Later Part 2. And then when I'm in my late 30s before I turn 40, it's gonna be called Now I'm Missed, and that's the last project. You see what I'm saying? So it's just gonna be basically saying that, you know, I've done the things. I've the Pinot Grigio. I'm Asian with wine. The Miss Me Later is gonna be me looking at the door. I'm trying to do some shit with Mozzie right now. We got the connects for that to happen, and also trying to knock on that door with Larry June. Like I said, when you're in those spaces, you're in those spaces. So stay tuned. I'm gonna keep on working, and overall, I'm gonna keep on representing Bremerton, and I'm not gonna gaslight y'all and have a project and not bring it back to Bremerton, and I'm not gonna get to a certain level and not bring it to Bremerton. This is Brim City, man, and Fred D's made that up in his Search City, and I made that up, and we're gonna keep pushing it.
Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to my guest tonight, Dyrect. Thank you everybody for showing up and watching here on the Nightly Strange. It's been a minute since I've done that. Don't forget to catch me on my other stuff, Webb's Network Media. We do the news and the Friday Fix over there. And don't forget to catch us AFN, the Funny Night Out. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Nightly Strange. Direct in the building. I'm T-Mac Uno. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Tap in.
You're welcome to the Nightly Strange.
Thanks, God.